Welcome back to another episode. Today I want to do more of like a metaverse topic. There's a lot of news that have come out in the past week or so, and dealing with two major companies, Facebook and Microsoft. These are some of my favorite players right now. I also like the buying opportunity that one is giving us, and I'll talk about that a bit later on in today's episode. But more importantly, I want to take a quick look at recent news. If this is your first time here, make sure to hit the thumbs up, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and check out the pinned comment where I have 10 free stock ideas for you. I also have my free newsletter where every week I send my presentations of all the stocks that I've covered and been covering this quarter. Over 4 new stocks per week. So make sure to check that out. This is the newsletter. So like I mentioned, right, today is going to be a metaverse episode. And first, let me just say, this is completely different the way everyone sees the metaverse. But when I talk about the metaverse, I believe this is not a new way to do things. It's just pretty much a way to enhance our current digital experience. And while I was trying to do this episode, I was trying to think of the perfect way around it. And I think Netflix is actually the prime example. So old Netflix, right? Netflix about 10-15 years ago, you rented movies to watch at your house, right? That was old Netflix. Current Netflix is more like a digital transformation. It just transformed in a way to make it faster, right? Now you don't have to wait those 2-3 days for that DVD to come in, and then you have to send it back to watch something new. Now you can just watch whatever you want, whenever you want. That digital transformation has made it faster. I believe the future of Netflix will be a more immersive in form of virtual reality to socialize the process, to really increase the social aspect of it, where I feel like digital transformation has gone from first making it faster, and that was where we're at right now, to make these digital experiences faster, like Netflix. I feel like the next step in this kind of metaverse is to make it more socializable. So I believe in the future of Netflix, it'll be more of where maybe someone might plug in a headset and now you can watch TV or Netflix with your family instead of, hey, your family's across the world. Put on a headset, spend family time where you can enjoy a film together. And I believe this is where pretty much the metaverse, to where we're going to see it in the next 5 years, is going to happen. And I feel like we're already seeing which are the first experiences to be enhanced. If we take a quick look, if you just Google metaverse news, one of the first articles is Bill Gates says that the metaverse will host most of your office meetings within 2 or 3 years. And I believe this is going to be one of the first experiences to be enhanced in this kind of digital transformation. Again, right, we've had meetings where you had to go to your job to do your meetings, right? Then we made the process faster. Now you don't have to travel across the world to meet with people. You can do digital meetings, you can do phone calls and stuff to that extent. So that process was made faster due to digital assets. Now I believe the future of this office and workforce is to improve the social ability. Do you want 10 free stock picks right now? Well, if you do, let's take a quick listen to today's sponsor, a great reason why I'm able to provide so much content to you guys for free. I want to thank the Motley Fool for sponsoring this video. Motley Fool is a company that provides investing insight and stock recommendations for investors of all skill sets and risk levels. You all know how much I love researching new stocks and trying to find the next best investment. So I'm proud to partner with the Motley Fool to bring you 10 free stock picks from their popular product, Stock Advisor. Stock Advisor has beat the market by more than 4x. Go to fool.com/Jose to get your free 10 stock picks now. So for example, Microsoft is working in what they call the Immersive Spaces in their teams. Here you can see two people. They've done a few articles about it. I definitely recommend taking a look. But this one's pretty interesting, right? There's 2 individuals here, but they work in different locations and have some form of language barrier. With this kind of AI and these kinds of interactive teams meeting, there could be a backend where you're talking 2 different languages, but the AI itself is able to kind of change that real time to the proper language, so you can listen to in your native tongue or whatever tongue you're kind of speaking in. So again, this is, I believe, the first experience we're going to see. And I think it makes sense, right? Because you have people that enjoy working from home, right? They really do enjoy this working from home environment, but they complain that the meetings or these online meetings are useless because you don't get to interact with people. And I think Microsoft saw the perfect market at the perfect time, where we're kind of having these hybrid styles where numerous people are saying, hey, these meetings suck because we're just presenting, but we don't get no interaction. So I believe this is going to be one of the first market hits, and we're seeing Microsoft doing that. The next thing I want to take a quick look at is I believe the social aspect is going to be one of the closest, one of the first experiences as well that's going to be enhanced by this kind of improvement of social transformation through the metaverse, right? And it's perfect example is Facebook. They've recently released Horizon. So for those not familiar with Facebook Horizon Worlds, this is their metaverse where you can kind of interact with others. And this used to be in beta, and you can only get through invite only. Now everyone over the age of 18 can enter in the United States and Canada, and it looks pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. What ends up happening is they have a few games along. You put on your headset, you play some of these games, and you interact with the other players. And I believe that's the thing, the interaction. If you want to see more of Horizon Worlds, I definitely recommend going to YouTube and just going to the search engine and put Horizon Worlds. There's a few people that have done recent reviews, 10 minutes, so you can understand this aspect of immersive gaming that Facebook is going with Horizon Worlds. Horizon's World is also kind of trying to improve that kind of workspace meeting style, very similar to Microsoft Teams. So we can see, I believe these are the two main markets that are going to kind of be revolutionized through this VR immersive metaverse, right? I don't think this is the full metaverse, but this is just steps to it. So that's why I'm pretty sure it's more like immersive and just kind of virtual reality aspect. Now I also want to show a little bit about how the market or users are seeing this trend. So I'm here using Google Trends, and there's four searches that I kind of put up. First is NFT. The NFT market is exploding, and right now I have about 5-year time frame. We can see it only really started to happen in early 2021. So if you're looking in the long time frame, this is still pretty early, but and I'm talking about just the overall digital, not just NFT market, right? So we can see the NFT market has seen its increases, and it continues to go up and up, right? We also have Metaverse. I believe once Meta kind of transformed its name to Metaverse, to Meta platforms, everybody wanted to know more about it. So I believe that even though some people might not hate that a big company is really trying to focus in the Metaverse, I believe that it helps the overall community if you're kind of bullish in the Metaverse, because it gets more eyes on it. More eyes on it means more consumers. More consumers means more kind of companies or developers are focusing, because they know they can make a living working or developing on this platform or this type of future product. So I believe it kind of accelerates the technology, the overall adoption of it when big players enter it, which I think is good news. Next, I actually wanted to take a quick look at Oculus. So Oculus are the headsets that Facebook makes, and we can see the last time they peaked this high were in December of 2020. Actually, I want to go back a little bit more. Let me go back to past 5 years, because I thought this was pretty interesting. We can see the first peak of last year happened somewhere between November 22nd, November 28th. So during Christmas time and during the Black Friday. So during Black Friday, right? We can see the next, if we take a look at the most recent Thanksgiving and Black Friday, this peaked a lot higher than it did in Christmas of last year. And that was actually the highest peak before. So first it was like a big peak during like the October. I'm not sure what happened in October of 2020, but then we can see a big peak during Black Friday holiday sales. Then you see a bigger peak last year, the biggest peak during the holiday seasons of Christmas. Now we're seeing, hey, Thanksgiving holiday, Black Friday, it's even a bigger peak than same time last year during Christmas and during the holidays of givings. So I believe that more people are entering this kind of virtual reality world to some extent. I believe December is going to be strong for Facebook in form of Oculus products, if they have enough, right? Well, that's one thing I haven't really kept an eye out, how much inventory that they have. We can see the adoption is increasing, and that's why I believe this was the time that they released this kind of open world or Horizon Worlds, because now they believe they have the amount of users to grow traction. Because if they would have released it earlier to the public and there was no one there, it would have been pretty much, I would say, it would have a higher chance of being a wash and failing because people wouldn't be there to give it traction. But I believe Facebook has enough data on all of us, and that's a whole crazy thing, right? Data on us about how the market might be ready for these types of products, and that's what I want to show you guys. Then we have some other stuff that I have here. I think those were probably the main three. What else do I have? So Oculus hits highest peaks this quarter, and I believe this year is going to be amazing. Now I want to take a quick look at some recent news for Meta. First, I definitely recommend checking their blogs. They share a lot of great information, especially if you just want to see where the market is going. They're working on these haptic glove research, and this is, again, to enhance that virtual immersive experience. So right now, it seems like in the future, they might be selling gloves that give you the sense of touch when you're in the world. And I believe that's pretty important when you have that kind of immersive meetings. Imagine, let's say, your parents or your sibling or somebody lives 100,000 miles, I don't think it's 100,000, 1,000 miles away, and you can't go to visit them for the holiday, but you want to feel like you're hugging them or something. Working with these glasses, I mean, you can give them a handshake and you'll be able to feel the immersiveness, right? You obviously won't be feeling them themselves, but you would have that sense of, hey, you're meeting face to face in this virtual reality world. You're holding hands, you're hugging to some extent, and you're able to feel that reaction to it. And I believe that's going to open up a whole new world to people that are unable to meet with their families during the holidays. They're unable to meet with their families due to something, right? There's always an issue. And everybody has some form of problem. And I believe this can help out a lot. And it's pretty weird. The more I think about it, the more awesome I think it would be in the future to be able to just really physically be there in this immersive world with families that you can't see due to certain items, right? And I think that'll be pretty cool. Next, what else do I want to take a quick look at? Facebook also kind of announced, and also one thing I want to mention here with these haptic glove researches, if you have any stock ideas, companies that deal with software simulation or physics simulation, right? For things to be immersive, they need to react with how the real world reacts. So physics needs to make sense. And there are some companies that deal with physics simulation that could probably be a good player in this kind of move to the metaverse. And then I also kind of just wanted to show that Facebook just really wants to drive more developers. I believe the more developers you have in the platform, the more chances of you have more users because there's more content. And then that more content, more users, more money. More money means more developers want to come to make money. And then that full circle continues. And on October 7th of 2021, Facebook announced that they were doing a 10 million creator fund to encourage more people to come and build in Horizon. So I believe Facebook Meta, this Meta platforms and this kind of metaverse might be in early stages, but I do believe it can be something revolutionary in the next 3 to 5 years. We see a lot of big players like Bill Gates mentioned, kind of a metaverse in the meetings world. I also believe the social aspect will be strong. I just want to share thoughts on price points. I think Microsoft is a strong player here. Obviously, this is not its only play, but I believe the kind of virtual reality, the kind of immersive enhancement will go well with all its products, with its office products, with its consumer products, with its gaming products. So even though it might not be a big segment, I think it's a way that they're going to innovate to make their products continue to be the best. Microsoft, in form of price points, this is one that very barely takes a dip. So this is one I don't mind dollar cost averaging. Facebook, on the other hand, this is one that gives us a nice amount of dips. I really do like the price point right now. This is where I would do a high to mid dollar cost average. I've actually been purchasing on some of these dips. Make sure to join the Discord channel where I post every time I buys. But these, when it hits sub 300, that's when I was kind of buying a nice ability and kind of increasing my position size. So take care, guys. Have a good day and see you next time.